Hello everyone, my name is Samantha Versick and welcome back to Blacklisted Technology. Today I'm going to be going over how I created my first company and some tips and tricks I have for you. The first step you want to take when creating your company is finding a problem. Find a problem that millions of people are affected by in the world. And then find a solution. This is how you will create a successful company. I created Blacklisted because in high school I was assaulted, and this is my way of bringing positivity to the world and helping other individuals who are struggling with this. As well as in high school, I had a group of friends, and we obviously, as we got closer, we started disclosing personal information about our families, what had happened to us, friends, as well as, who was assaulted or experiences that traumatically impacted us. And the more we talked about it, the more I found that every single girl in my group had been sexually assaulted. And this is when I saw a problem. I thought I was the only person struggling with this and that no one else could understand. But the problem is that it's not talked about. Everyone in my group of friends had been assaulted. And as they started telling me their stories and telling me what happened and really disclosing personal information, which is very difficult, I started to make connections. I started to say, that sounds a lot like her story, and the man they're describing is nearly identical. So then from there, I was like, hey, the same guy assaulted you both, and I was able to help them. And that was really powerful, especially because he didn't just assault one woman, he assaulted multiple women. And I think at the end of the day, how you create a successful case is having multiple testimonies against the perpetrator. That's why I created Blacklisted. Blacklisted matches testimonies of sexual assault to potentially form a judicial case. Right now, I'm using NLP to match testimonies based on time, location, and description. This is helpful because no longer do you need that one connection that can find similarities in different testimonies and connect them together. Now you have an application that does everything for you through AI. I faced many hardships when creating Blacklisted. I had no idea what I was doing, although I managed to create an application, a website, as well as multiple pages. And I think especially from someone who doesn't come from a technical background, just doing what you can, researching, putting all your information out there, creating Facebook pages, Twitter pages, Instagram, that's something that you can do whether you know a lot about technology or little, especially people in their 20s. You're using these websites every day. So if you want to create a company and solve problems in the world, all you need to do is put that information out there, work hard, learn, and create a solution to that problem. In the beginning, I didn't know what I was doing. I had a lot of learning to do, a lot of trial and error. I started off using AppyPie, which builds the app for you, and it's more of like a drag and drop tool. I found it really helpful, especially when creating a prototype, because prototypes can take months, even years for some people, but it's more so about just like pushing it out the door. It might not be 100% what you want, but at least you're getting it out there and getting people to see it and start using your product. Another problem I faced was the fact that I felt that my application needed to be 100% before I put it out to the world. I felt that it needed to look like Instagram or Facebook. Every single tool needed to work, which, especially with everything going on, was completely unrealistic. But then I took the YC Combinator school, which was really helpful, and I found I don't need to have everything done. I don't have to have a perfect application up and running. I really only need to have the product and idea, maybe on an online website, and just start talking to users and getting it out there. So that's what I started doing. I started joining youth groups as well as groups that promote the reduction of sexual assault. And from there, I started writing my testimony, why I want to, solve this problem and what type of people I'm looking to help. I think one of the biggest problems I faced was battling with myself. This is a very sensitive topic and it can really sway people's opinions of you, and that's something I was really scared of. Unfortunately, I'm human and I do want to put my best self out there to the world, and I felt in the beginning that this might affect my career, this might affect my friends, or Even I remember I was really afraid of what my boyfriend's parents would think because I wanted them to like me. I wanted them to know who I was. But as things went along and I began talking about it more and learning about more solutions, I found that I'm trying to do something great. There's nothing to be embarrassed about. No one talks about sexual assault, and that's the problem. And I need to be the solution. I need to talk about it, provide resources to people, and reach out to people just like me, or else nothing's gonna change. So it definitely took a long time to have that transition from being embarrassed to talk about it and feel like maybe people will judge me for it, to fully embracing that my name's Samantha Versick and I'm the founder of Blacklisted, and I'm going to reduce sexual assault significantly by matching testimonies based on time, location, and description. So to be able to come to this point, it's been very difficult, especially internally, but by pushing back those mountains and pushing back the opinions of what people thought of me, I was really able to achieve my goals and dreams, and I'm continuing to do that every day. And I still sometimes struggle with, oh, what if they don't like what I'm saying? What if I'm hurting someone's feelings? What if someone doesn't agree? But at the end of the day, not everyone's gonna like you and not everyone's gonna agree with you. And I've definitely met multiple people who have disregarded me because I'm trying to promote the reduction of sexual assault. They've been like, oh, this, I don't believe in this isn't a problem. But what I do is I accept that, we may not be on the same page, but then I let them know the statistics and I let them know the problem, and I could slightly see them be like, oh, okay, that is a problem. I'm still facing issues today, and I think the biggest hurdle I'm trying to get over right now, the last couple months I've been learning coding, specifically Python, and right now I'm just putting everything together. I'm working on creating Blacklisted 2.0. The thing that really helped me overcome talking about Blacklisted was surrounding myself with the right people. I have an amazing boyfriend who helps me every day, and whether that's supporting my company or helping me learn Python or just pushing me towards my goals, as well as great friends. I have many friends who are developers and they just commend me for what I'm doing, and I think that's really helpful, especially when you're talking about a problem that isn't widely accepted necessarily that yet, to have people on board who are like, you are doing great, and yes, it sucks, and yes, it's difficult right now, but everything's going to pay off. And I think that's definitely key. And even if you just have one person who's, being that rock for you and helping you through everything, that's really all you need. The biggest solution for creating a startup is being able to present your solution in a way that can be easily understood, as well as promoting people to understand your point of view. Especially with topics that are more sensitive, you need to be able to state your opinion, state the solution, and give evidence. And I found that extremely helpful. So if you want to create any company, whether it's for gardening or a nonprofit or human rights, what you need to do is the research. So the first thing you have to do is do the hard work. Go online, see the issue, read the statistics, and learn in depth what is exactly going on and who needs the help. After you research the problem you decided, from there you need to learn even more. But this time you need to learn about business. You need to learn, okay, what does my consumer look like? What type of product do they want? Would an application be better? Would a website be better? Or would just reaching out to them and handing out flyers be better? What is going to help solve your problem? From there, you need to start building your application, website, or flyers, whatever that may be. You need to do the hard work. You need to go online and Google how to create a website. For my website, I use Squarespace. It's very helpful and quite easy to use. They do have some missing tools on their newer platform that they just released this year. The other one had more tools that you could utilize, such as you can change the format very easily, but on this new one you're not able to change the format at all. And then for applications, especially for starting applications, I would recommend AppyPie. And then for flyers or any informational brochures, I would definitely recommend Canva. So these are the tools I use and the struggles I face. It's very hard creating a company, and any great company, the solution is not going to be right there. It's not going to be easy, and it's not going to be easy to talk about as well. So I think at the end of the day, you really need to just focus on what you are trying to change in the world and focus on what you want to bring to the table. And by doing that, you will be able to solve any issue with the company that you create. My name's Samantha, and make sure to comment any questions down below, as well as follow my website at blacklisted.technology and check out my application on the iOS iTunes store at black-listed. Thank you so much for joining me today.